Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Studs, coming to you from the Southeastern Connecticut Home and Garden Show at the Mohegan Sun. Here are your hosts, Colin and Jimmy.
What's up, everyone?
This is awesome.
This is great, isn't it?
I think so.
I thought you were going to turn this up when the intro was done.
No? Yeah, ADD.
I thought, yeah, you were going to be my sound guy.
Not today, Josephine.
Not today.
Here we are
All
again.
right. Yeah, we're back. Still here at the Southeastern Connecticut Home and Garden Show.
And we have a very, very interesting guest with us
Yeah,
today.
we do. As you know, when I saw the list of people that were going to be here, this one stood out to me. Definitely my top 5 for sure that I wanted to get on the show. I'm just intrigued.
You're really building me up here.
Oh, absolutely. Don't worry about it. We got you.
And before we start,
yes.
if you're on the podcast and you're not watching the video, we just want to let you know the guy in here that's sitting in the middle of us is 6'4".
6'5", he said, right?
6'5" on a good day.
6'5" on a good day.
6'5".
And what do you do?
I built tiny homes.
How does that work?
With no ladder. Right.
With no ladder.
Right. That's the good part. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're a tiny home company.
Ken Pond is your name.
Yep,
So-
Ken Pond is my
Yep.
name, and
Welcome to the show.
Craft and Sprout is our company.
Craft and Sprout, okay.
Craft and Sprout. We
Awesome.
brought a tiny house inside here today. Brought it up from Stratford, Connecticut.
Nice.
We brought a Nantucket beach house style tiny house that we built.
Okay.
We built 30 of them so far. We had some fun with HGTV and
Oh, really?
been in the New York Times and
Oh, very cool.
That is awesome. We're
kind
getting
of
a celebrity.
snowballed a little
Yeah.
bit, a little bit of a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit of a big deal. Not to toot my own horn, but
Right,
we have a lot
right.
of fun with it.
It's
But,
very trendy now, isn't it?
It is trendy. It's funny with us because we actually, we're from Fairfield County, so
Okay.
we're top 1% of the country. Don't discriminate against us. And I do live down in Greenwich, Connecticut.
Oh,
so
boy. Jeez.
Here we are managing.
Here it comes.
We manage $1 trillion in hedge funds, and
Nice.
I'm selling 300 square foot houses. So,
Is that the average size of a tiny house?
about 300 square feet is about our
Wow, okay.
average.
All right.
Man, that is awesome.
It is.
But what's cool about our stuff is that we're actually building about half of what we're building. We build as accessory structures, so people use them as guest cottages,
okay.
in-law suites, pool houses,
That makes sense.
things of that nature.
Yeah.
So
And are they all on a slab, or do you build a
no,
mini
they're
basement?
all on wheels. They're permanently mounted to a trailer, so they can always move around. Though the fact the house I have over here has 30,000 miles on it. I know.
Yeah.
Been up and down
all
the
right.
East Coast. I've had Martha Stewart in the house.
No
I've been,
kidding.
Yeah, a whole bunch of the Newport Flower Show. We had Martha Stewart in the house. I wanted to talk about confined spaces and small living with her, but my wife
Yep.
didn't think the joke would go over too well with her.
No, not at all.
Just coming out
Good.
of prison.
You know,
but-
that
She's
was
a
the
smart
first thing
woman.
that came to
I-
my head, to my mind, too.
Right,
as soon
she
as
coaches me
talked
with
about it.
everything,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so
Like our wife should.
exactly.
Yes.
But we're about half and half. We're about half and half for accessory use and for full-time living. So
Okay.
we just got back from the Catskills. We brought one up for a girl that's living in a full-time on her mother's property.
Okay.
Right after that, I brought it out to Hampton Bays, Long Island.
Wow.
We did a guest cottage for a family out there. So we're literally split about half and half right now.
Wow.
So I have a question for you. Now, when
Shoot.
you put the houses in, can they be are they permanent or temporary when they buy
are
them?
they are considered temporary because they get a license plate from DMV.
All right. So, are they allowed to tie into the septic system to the house?
No.
Depending. So what
No.
do you do?
So that's a great question because the toilets are always a big question in tiny
Sure.
houses.
Yeah.
And
Get
shower.
ready for toilet humor.
Yeah. It's right up our alley.
exactly.
Don't worry
Been
about
there,
it.
yeah.
Exactly. So the toilets stay self-contained. So there's a whole plethora of different kinds of toilets you can get. You can get composting
Postal,
toilets,
yeah.
which we have in this one.
Yep.
I have an incinerating toilet over there, which burns everything.
Right.
Okay.
Burns everything. Good thing to talk about parties and stuff.
Yep.
You push a button, and after about a month of use for 2 adults,
Mhm.
you end up with essentially a coffee can full of ashes like from your charcoal grill.
Wow.
You take it outside, you
that's
just shake it out, you put it back in, you start over again.
Wow. Okay.
Most
That's
of the
nuts.
most
That
of the
is crazy.
most of the rentals that we do do incinerating.
Okay.
That is awesome.
Yep.
No,
That's a
that
great
is
idea.
awesome.
Yeah.
And they're propane fired, electric fired, but they stay in order to stay over in the camp trailer RV world.
Mhm.
They have to stay what's called quick connect. So it's essentially a garden hose for water, an extension cord for power, and then propane for your on-demand hot water system and for your cooking.
Okay.
So we built them with solar, off grid, and we just got done actually just building out 2 Sprinter vans for full-time living. Totally off grid, fresh water, gray water, solar panels, the
Wow.
whole deal.
That is
That's
awesome, man.
awesome.
That is the new age.
They're taking these things across the country now, and they're writing back to us from Colorado.
Really?
So
wow.
Everybody likes the idea of off-grid until they find out how much it costs.
Well, but technology is getting better and better and better every year.
It'll go the way. Exactly.
Right. I just got solar power, and I love it.
Sure.
And then it's still getting better and better all the time.
Sure. Right now, like one of our big things is we use lithium-ion batteries in the Sprinter vans.
Right.
There were 4 batteries in each van, and they're $1,000 each.
Right.
Wow.
So they're what you want. They're the best.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually they'll go by the way of the cell phones. I mean, you guys are younger than me, so you probably don't remember like having a cell phone hardwired into your car. Like in my Mustang 5.0, it was like $2,800.
I like this guy. How old do you think I am?
And it was $8 a minute to talk on it, right?
So you have to be, 70 years old if he's younger than you?
Jesus.
But nowadays...
How old are you?
He's younger than us.
45.
Yeah, he's younger than us. Yeah.
But nowadays you walk into the Apple store, right?
Love this guy.
You walk into the Apple store and you can get one phone. They give you 5 for free for $150.
Right.
Yeah.
So the lithium will go that way. It's just going to take some time.
Yep.
Sure.
We need Elon to step up his game here for Elon Musk.
There you go. Tell him.
And hook us up. So
hey, we're going to the moon in 2000. What do you say? 22.
They got 800 million of pre-sold tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
800 million.
Crazy.
Stick with the small homes.
I know. I'm sticking with tiny homes.
Yeah,
we got a good thing going, so we're going to keep going with it.
Tiny homes, tiny minds.
Yeah.
We're working right now with another show on HGTV called Tiny House Nation.
Oh, cool.
Which is now switched over to A&E channel. We're Zach and John, and we're doing a build for a couple down in Florida. That's the guy's on the PGA Tour.
Oh,
and
cool.
so he's going around. He's not Tiger Woods, but
right, sure.
But he's getting there.
All right.
But I tell you, but it's funny. I'm going to do that. I worked the same deal with him. This guy didn't really have much money, but what I'm doing with him is everybody knows the golfer Rory McIlroy,
sure,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And up until last year, he used to walk around with a hat from some like John's Motel, right, as a sponsor for him, kind of like the movie Tin Cup. So I'm doing that same thing with this golfer, and he's going to have a Craft and Sprout hat for 5 years. He's going to wear this, and I'm building his house for him for less money than he could actually afford to pay.
Really?
Smart.
So he's going to have that on?
He's going to have Craft and Sprout. Watch.
Wow, that's awesome. I can't wait to see it.
I know. I'm going to love it. It's total Tin Cup.
Yeah.
Total Tin Cup.
We got to find somebody to sponsor. Sponsor us.
Well,
Jimmy.
our company is called Craft and Sprout, and it's Craft because the houses are handcrafted.
Yep.
And Sprout because of my 4 little boys.
Really?
I have 4 sons, and they're Ethan, Dylan, Noah, and Levi, and they're my Sprouts because the Green Giant son was Sprout.
Right.
So I'm working the Green
That's
Giant
true. Yep.
angle. You're going to see like string beans and green.
Oh man,
I'm working every angle. I got to eat. Come on,
with butter.
I'm trying.
How did you get into this?
So we actually we have a pool at our house down in Greenwich where we live.
Yep.
And the wetlands people came along and put a line back in the 70s right alongside of our pool.
Okay.
So we couldn't build a pool house right next to our pool. So my wife was watching TV like everybody does, and they saw the tiny houses on TV and said, well, why don't we look at one of those tiny homes?
All right.
We did a little bit of research. In Greenwich, Connecticut, you can keep up to a 30-foot camper or RV on your property.
Okay.
Boom. Instant pool house.
Yeah.
So I'm Catholic and my wife is Jewish.
All right.
So we got a better deal if we bought 2 trailers.
Okay.
So this because of her. Right? It worked great.
Yeah.
So I got 2 trailers. I built one, which was the mirror image to the one I brought here today.
Okay.
I sold that one for $85,000 to another family in Greenwich.
Wow.
And then I had 6 weeks before our first ever tiny home show down in New Jersey to build the one that's sitting over here that I have for today. So I built this one in 6 weeks, went down to New Jersey, won Best Builder Award at that show out of 24 houses, pissed everybody off.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a company name, but I brought it down there.
That's
and I said I have a new business. So I sold 100 apartments that we had and some laundromats that we had, and now
you're all in.
Craft and Sprout, we're all in.
You're all in. Good for you, man. It sounds like it's going well too. That's awesome.
Trying to keep it kicking.
I think you just answered the question. I just got a question about what are the limitations as to where you can park, live in a tiny home.
Sure, it's a great question. So it's the tiny house movement essentially is moving from west to east.
Yep.
A funny little accolade, which you can fact check me on this, but most of the states have legalized weed, have legalized tiny houses. This is true. I'm not making this stuff up.
I think not.
I am not making this up. Massachusetts got their marijuana card, and boom, they got tiny estates up in Massachusetts. Done.
It's filled with pizza.
It's just one of those things. So.
There you go.
But there are limitations. They fall under campers and RVs.
Yep.
2 weeks ago, L.A. just passed them as accessory dwelling units, and there's a lot of people fighting this fight to get them classified as ADUs or accessory dwelling units.
Okay.
So right now, like a friend of mine in California that owns a tiny house company is bonkers with business because people are buying them. They're financing them. They're paying $500 on a $70,000 loan, and then they're renting them out for $1,500 a month.
Making money.
They got $1,000 positive cash flow just like that.
Yeah.
So it'll happen here. It's just a matter of time.
It's not happening well because so there's different zoning laws. Massachusetts,
correct.
Connecticut.
Mm-hmm. There's different zoning laws just in its own town. In Connecticut, we have 2,000 townships in Connecticut. Every one of them has a different rule where you can put it on the property, whether it's be in the backyard, it can't break the front plane of the house, it has to be 10 feet off the neighbor's yard, and that's just to store it on the property.
Just to store it.
Yep.
Just to store it, because technically what I'm doing is storing it on my property. Even though we use it for sleepovers, we have the coolest house on the block for sleepovers.
Right.
Because all the kids, I throw them on the tiny house.
That's great.
Go out there. I don't care if stay away
Get out of here, you
go in the tiny house. Right, or my wife and I hide in there. That's how we got 4 kids. God. So, we're ducking. The kids don't know we're here. Ducking.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But we have a good time with it. We've had 200,000 plus people through our tiny house.
Really?
In shows up and down the East Coast.
Wow.
We meet a lot of eccentric people, a lot of people that are think differently than the norm, and we have a lot of fun with it.
That's
awesome.
And
if it's not fun, it's not worth doing.
Absolutely. Now, how many different versions of this do you make? I mean, is it custom?
They're all custom.
All custom.
The one I have here today is the only one that I built 2 of.
Okay.
I mean, I've built them that are very nature-like with natural wood finishes and natural stones.
Yep.
Mid-century modern to match houses that are already there.
Yep.
Scandinavian farmhouse looks. I mean, it's like this. We're doing this one that we're working on. These guys are actually going to take it up to Canada. That's a very kind of they have this Tibetan temple that they want it to look like, and you can't take pictures of this place. So the Google images I'm looking at are from some long-range camera, and I zoom up and it pixelates. I can't see anything. But so I'm trying to watch movies that have the Buddha stuff in them.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very very cool build for us.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
So from the low end to the high end, lowest cost to build one of the tiny homes to.
About $50,000 is our base price for a 24-foot home, up to about $100,000. You can always spend more, as we all know.
Finishes.
If you start doing Wolf appliances and Calcutta marble, you can always spend more money. But
is that 300 square feet? Is that 300 square feet?
About 300 square feet.
300, 350?
Yeah, about 350. About 300 square feet. My 24-footer over here that I have is 24 feet long. 8.5 feet wide is 300 square feet.
All right.
And that's not a hefty price.
Do you put lofts in them too? You put lofts in them and things
the one
that?
I have over here has a loft. We've done them first 4 bedrooms. We did one in Westport, Connecticut, that an 85-year-old Army veteran, his daughter and son-in-law built it for him. Instead of spending $8,500 a month in a nursing home, they put him in the backyard in a $65,000 tiny house.
Awesome.
Yeah.
First 4 bedroom, 72-inch TV, surround sound, and I built this entire house around this guy's 30-year-old Barcalounger chair. This guy was hard as nails.
Yeah.
Retired Army, hard as nails.
Wow.
He came to my personal house to see the model when it was at my house. Pursed lips, just didn't like the idea at all.
Nice.
My wife worked with his daughter and got some of the Army memorabilia and stuff, some of the flag stuff, really cool stuff.
Nice.
I would have built this one for free based on the reaction that this one should have been on TV, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
But this guy, he came out the backyard. We set it all up. We got all of his stuff. We set the house up. We backed it in. We kept him on the other side of the house, the whole thing.
Oh, very cool.
We backed it in, set it all up. He opened up the back door, and everybody started crying. I was crying. Everybody was crying.
Of course, man.
I would have. That one should have been on TV.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. But that right there alone makes it worth it.
Absolutely.
And now he's there. So some days when he's cranky, he just stays in the house. But he has access to the main house.
Yeah.
He has access to the 4 grandkids. They come out there to Poppy's. They have a little deck outside that we did on this one here. Same kind of deck. They set it all up. And then the cleaning lady comes, incinerating toilet. She comes, no loft, first 4 bedroom, kitchen, bath, Barcalounger chair, 30-year Barcalounger. This whole thing was built around this guy's 30-year-old Barcalounger that he would not give up.
Yeah.
Is the bathroom made for if eventually for handicap accessible?
Yeah, I mean, this is the bathroom we did. We did a 5-foot tub in his because the guy likes baths. He wouldn't tell anybody that except his daughter.
That's why.
But he likes baths. So we did a 5-foot tub.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's going to be great to go. The tub we did in that one was actually a handicap. One of the tubs actually has a door that opens up. You go in and sit down in it, and it's jetted and everything. It was great.
Oh, beautiful.
So it was a nice setup for the guy.
That's awesome.
He was really happy. Really, it makes it worth it,
Oh, absolutely.
So. What an education today on this one.
Right?
I never
That's
thought.
what I said. I was dying to get these guys on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We just did a thing with NBC Connecticut with Dan Corcoran. We actually shared an article. We know of about 24 people right now living tiny in Connecticut alone.
Really? Okay.
So right in a marina over in New Haven.
Yep.
The same couple that did our NBC article with us. They're at a marina in New Haven, living full time.
Oh wow.
So
that's awesome.
I'm meeting more and more people, not elderly people, but just more and more people who want to become minimalists.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who really want to downsize.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Colin and I, we deal with realtors all the time.
Sure.
And we're finding the big houses, they're not being built anymore, and they're hard to sell.
They are.
So people are moving out.
They are. Tori and I, our long-term goal with my wife Tori, our long-term goal is to eventually sell our house in Greenwich for way too much money.
Yep.
Great.
Good.
Perfect.
Build 4 tiny houses because I know a builder that can build them at cost.
Yeah.
Wow.
Myself. And then chase my boys down around the country. So I'll find full-time living RV parks in the states that they're in.
Yeah.
The RV park will rent out the house when I'm not there because I can only live in one at a time unless Tori's mad at me and I have to go live in another state.
Understood.
And then they will maintain it, rent it out, take their cut, and give me whatever's left.
That's awesome.
He's a smart guy.
No, we're trying.
All right.
But my littlest one is 3 years old, so I got some
ways to
time.
go.
You got time.
I got some time.
Yeah.
But
Man.
yeah, we do have a good time with it, though.
That's awesome.
That's
great.
I love sitting next to brilliance. I'll tell you right now.
Well,
not you. I mean, you're
you sit next to me every week. What are you
I thought you were
about?
talking about him, not
Right,
me.
exactly. Every week we sit next to each other.
True.
But
So
it's
you're
a
going
good
to be doing some speaking event here?
Yeah, I think
at
they
the
have
show?
me down for tomorrow night. I'll try to
And
wing it
Sunday.
and do something, talk
you'll
about
do
tiny
fine, bro.
houses. And,
Yeah.
You'll do
Yeah,
fine.
you'll do fine.
I did set up a little PowerPoint thing, so now I have a fancy
Oh.
remote control that I actually did it last night at 6 o'clock, so I hope
Okay.
everything works out well. But
Hey, if it doesn't work out, don't worry about it.
I think
Yeah.
I'm speaking like tomorrow night and then on Sunday as well.
Very cool.
Good,
So
man.
we'll do some
Very cool.
question and answer stuff, and I'll
Cool.
give a quick overview of all the fun stuff about tiny houses.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Well,
Do
if we
our
don't have
thing.
somebody on our show, we'll come on over and sit and watch you.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
now I have pressure.
Now you got pressure.
Thanks,
You
I
do.
appreciate it. Now I have pressure. Thanks. It was going to be easy.
So how do people find you?
So you find us on Facebook under Craft and Sprout, spelled out. Instagram under Craft and Sprout. A lot of pictures and all fun stuff.
Yep.
www.craftandsprout.com. You can see the common theme here, Craft and Sprout.
I got it. Yeah.
And and that's it. And we're around. And we're down in Stratford, Connecticut. We're not too far away, about an hour from where we're sitting now.
Okay.
And our showroom is always open for people to come. We got a couple different things in the showroom right now, and we constantly have a rotation of builds and stuff. So you get to see all kinds of different stuff as we're going.
As you guys are going. That's awesome.
Good, man.
Well, Ken Pond, thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the
Thanks
time
so much
out
for
of the
having
day.
me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'll get back over to my line over there and
There you go.
keep repeating myself.
Thanks,
Keep
man.
selling those tiny homes.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you
Appreciate
very
it.
much. Jimmy,
Amazing.
Thanks,
we'll do
guys.
it again later.
Absolutely.
See ya.
Thank you. Bye.